Wearables are the next big thing in technology. We've had Bluetooth-powered headsets and earpieces for quite a while, and Google's had their $1,500 Google Glass thing that turns you into some kind of a cyborg. I'm kind of somewhere between those two. I like information that's presented very quickly, very easily, and on my wrist. Up until now, I've tried several different Bluetooth-connected watches, smartwatches if you will, and my last one was a Pebble, which I backed on Kickstarter. Today, however, I got the next best thing. The LG G Watch just arrived. Let's unbox it, see what you can expect if you're getting this device. This is the package that the LG G Watch comes in. You can see mine didn't look like it fared so well. In fact, I'd say that that's some shipping damage, but it looks like it may have been damaged before it was packaged. So kind of interesting. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and cut into it, see what we have in there. Get out the Kershaw blade, and we will open it up quickly and easily. This is a lot more difficult on camera than you would expect, but you know, whatever. Inside we have our packing list. We'll set that aside. We've got a lot of bubble wrap, and that's where all of my damage on the box was, on the whatever you want to call those, and then the watch itself. So here we go. The LG G Watch. Some very basic stuff. I don't want to show you the other side because it's got serial numbers and whatnot on it. We'll go ahead and break our seal. Let's come right in there with the knife and do that. And that looks like the only one. Pull it apart. And there's the watch. Now with most unboxings, we'll do what we normally do. We'll set the device aside. Come back to that in just a minute. Next thing that we have is a USB cable. This USB cable, see if I can unwrap this. If you've had some LG devices in the past, like the Nexus 4 and the Nexus 5, that packaging should look very familiar to you. This is just like you'd expect, just a regular USB to micro USB connector. Nothing fancy there. Looks like it's a decent length, so you can position this wherever you want to. Go ahead and move that aside. Next, we've got the wall wart, again with a seal that you've got to break through. Interestingly enough, a seal and then the package is sealed that you've got to break through. So we'll go ahead and move that aside. Very simple LG wall charger. Let's see if we can move in here and I'll read this. This is kind of hard to read. This is a 5 volt at 0.85 amp. So there you go, 0.85 amp by the looks of it. However, that's the output. The input is 100 volts to 240 volts, so that should work in both of those configurations. So go ahead and set that aside. Next, we've got a charging cradle. We'll open this up. Charging cradle, it looks just like a cradle. We've got a little tabby thing over here. I don't know why that's there. Kind of interesting. It may be because this is a sticky, yep, that's a very sticky surface. Looks like that's not a sticker sticky, but it's something that you could set someplace and have it not move around and still be able to move it. Interesting that that tab didn't help us lift it though. I'm going to leave that on for the time being. We've got a USB, micro USB port right there. That's what our cable plugs into. Other than that, just a very basic cradle. And then we've got our 5 pogo pins down there on the bottom, a nice recessed area to hold it. To move on, we've got a pretty big quick start guide. Multilingual, of course. If you've got any questions, your answer is probably in there. We'll move that aside as well. Now, this is what everybody wanted. This is the watch. So we'll go ahead and pull that out. And there it is. It does have a screen protector on it. And the watch band is just tucked in here. We'll open that up. And I'm going to go ahead and take my serial number off. And we'll move that aside. There are 5 pogo pins. And if we want to see wherever I put my cradle, we want to see how that fits together. Just very nicely magnetic. So kind of nice there. When you set it down, it's going to find its own home and just seat in there nice and solid. can shake it a little bit, but it doesn't take too much of that. So this is more a set on top type of thing. Though I suppose you could even hang it on a wall if you wanted. Doing it that way if you had the open strap. If you replace this is a regular 22mm watch strap from what I've read. So if you replace that to one that's always closed, you wouldn't be able to mount it to a wall, at least not easily. So there we go. Let's take off our screen protector in true Michael Fisher fashion. There we go. There's the sound. And now, how do we turn this puppy on? So according to the manual, the way to turn this on is to simply plug in your cradle and then attach it, and it should automatically power up. After just a couple seconds, it does in fact do that. Let's go ahead and look at the first boot. We've got an LG logo, life's good. From there we have what looks like the leaked boot animation that we had for Android Wear. This is what we've seen with the Android L preview, and now it's asking us to go through and set it up. I am in the United States, so I'll tap on that. It wants me to install Android Wear on my phone, so I'll tap on the play icon. Coming over here to my Nexus 5. It's my Nexus 5. I've already got that set up. Let's open up Android Wear, the app, for the first time. This is a Nexus 5 running Android 4.4.4, by the way. Tells us a little bit about it. Terms and conditions, I'll go ahead and accept those. Choose a device. There is my G-Watch, or as I prefer to call it, the Gwatch. Open that up. It's connecting via Bluetooth. Asks me if I want to pair. I'm checking both codes and check that. Hit pair. Goes through pairing. Tells me that it's paired over here. Just a sec while it sets up. I can come over here and set up notification settings, so let's do that. Yes, I want to turn that on. It gives me a warning that says, hey, this is going to allow the device to read all of your notifications, which could be a security concern. We'll say okay to that since we obviously want that to happen. Once we've done that, we'll go back to the app. Then it says we're all done. We can now look at our device, start using it. It gives us a little tutorial here of how that's working. And then go from there. Looking at this, this is very responsive. I like it quite a bit. There it is. Now this is the full color display, the one that's going to be there whenever you're interacting with the device. However, once you set it down and don't use it for a while, this goes to kind of a grayscale monochrome, just like that, as a battery saver, but that stays on all the time, so you can still see your time. Don't even know if you can see that. Let's zoom in a little bit here. So you can see that all the time, even when you're not. When you raise your wrist, it automatically turns on to the full color. So really cool. Of course, we're going to see more about this, and I'm going to defer over to pocketnow.com if you want to see more about this, especially how it compares to some of the other devices out there. You'll want to make sure you subscribe to their channel as well. I just wanted to get a quick unboxing and initial setup of this out on the interweb so you could see what it was all about. If you liked it, give the video a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you leave those in the comments down below. That's what you can expect if you ordered an LG G-Watch or plan on ordering one in the near future. If you like this video and want to see more, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'm Joe Levi. You can find me on Twitter @JoeLevi. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.